Hey guys, Super Gadget Guy here. Today I'll be reviewing the Lenovo X1 Carbon. This is not the touch version, this is the original X1 Carbon. This has a 13-inch screen, but somehow Lenovo was able to fit a 14-inch panel up there. The reason how they do it is instead of have the metal hinge of the T400 series, the 420, 430, it's sort of plastic, carbon fiber, whatever they call it, and then recessed into the screen. So this allows Lenovo to fit a much larger panel onto a small body. Another thing Lenovo did was to improvement from the T420, so they call it, is the island chiclet style keyboard with the curve on the bottom. This is the new keyboard for the new T430 series. I hope you watch my video to compare the T430 versus the T430S. This is the X1 Carbon, have the same style keyboard. The only difference is that instead of having an overhead light, it uses the backlit light, but turns on the same way, function space, turns it on. There's two light levels, and no more latch up front, where you have to use two hands to slide it open. This is all just sort of close it down. One thing it also improved is the glass trackpad. It's not a glossy, it's sort of matte finish sort of trackpad. It's clickable. This is a much larger trackpad compared to the T430 series. This is the T430S. As you can see, screen-wise, it's almost the same size screen. It is the same size screen, except for the X1 Carbon has a much higher resolution, and the trackpad is much larger than the 430S. This is the one with the fingerprint reader. The reason I didn't compare the X1 Carbon in the 430 video is because this is not exactly a 430 competitor. First thing start is the price tag. This is the 8GB version with a 256GB SSD. So as you can see, there's no user serviceable port slots, whatever. And let's walk through the ports so you can tell the difference. Aside from, battery is not user serviceable, you can't upgrade the drive, the memory. It's SSD only. They're all part of the motherboard, so there's nothing you can service, which is different in terms of workplace deployment, how you want your IT department to be able to fix your computer. And if you have any problem with any of the hardware except for the hard drive, the person can just pop out the hard drive from a T430, throw it into another T430, and you're ready to go. This, not really. So let's walk through the ports. So this is the right side. You have the SD card, you have the sort of the headphone jack, you have the display port, USB, constant lock. On the back, at first I thought this is the SIM card slot. It is, but it does not contain a SIM card reader, so this is just for show. On the models that have the SIM card reader, this works. I don't know why. Since this is a premium device, they don't have, the same, use a different body for the ones with a SIM card reader or the one with not. And this is the charging port. Again, this is different than the T430 because T430 and T430S all uses the round 90-watt charging. And this one uses a square, almost USB port-like device. And this is another USB port and Wi-Fi switch. And that's it. Very few ports. You're not able to service this yourself. Entirely new style of charger. No VGA port. So very different. Now battery life, you're going to say well, you can't swap out the battery. That kind of sucks. With the T430s, you are able to swap out the battery. But this is interesting. This is a different sort of approach to what happens if you need more than one battery for one setting. With the T430s, you can buy a second battery and keep both charged, carry both with you. When the first one runs out, you can swap it, insert a second battery. This one, however, you can't. But This little laptop right here comes with the same 90-watt charger. The port is different. Well, they have some things called like supercharge, speed charge, whatever. So within 30 minutes, you can charge from 0 to 80%. So now that's very interesting, right? So you don't have to buy a second battery and carry both battery with you and swap. You can find a power port, stand next to it, spend 30 minutes, then you have charged to 80%, which is easily to use it for another 3.5 hours. Easily. This thing with you being conservative, like half brightness, with all the power saving on, you can stretch to have 5.5 hours, 6 hours. It's doable. It's not impossible. But then again, charging another 30 minutes, you can use it for another 4 hours, 4.5 hours with the power save. I basically use full brightness because I don't want it hard to see. So again, if you have the budget for executives at your company or somebody who absolutely needs to shred every single ounce that they can find and they can afford it, this is great because carbon fiber body, extremely light, and the keyboard, even though this thin laptop, this is like, keyboard is fantastic. One thing that ThinkPad or Lenovo, one of the greatest things that they ever bought, except besides from the ThinkPad brand, is the ThinkPad keyboard. This just like the travel, the flex. There's almost no flex. The resistance from the keys, they're just absolutely fantastic. And the back lid makes it so much better now. The 430 and 430S with the Think Light, it only covers maybe about that much of the center part of the keyboard. Pretty, can't see much here, can't see much here. With the backlight, pretty uniform. You can see, every single key, they're lit. You can see them very clearly. Trackpad, even though I don't personally use it. The only reason I get the ThinkPad is because of the track point. But if I do try to use it, this is almost the best trackpad on ThinkPad ever. This is like so smooth. I prefer this, but if I have to use this, like when I'm moving or something, like on the train, that's just jittery. I still prefer this, but in cases that you want to use the touchpad, this is fantastic. And performance, pretty good. I do not like their fingerprint software. I don't know why they don't just integrate with 1Password and just include a copy, so you can just use this with 1Password or whatever. But I don't like their fingerprint software. Great fingerprint reader, but the software is not there. It's not there to use it. Like, doesn't remember website password that great. It's just pain to use. Overall, I like it. I wish the ThinkPad bundled software could be a little bit more polished. Other than that, great little laptop. I know this is like extremely reliable. Very happy with it and the weight. If you can't stand the MacBook Air, get this. And thank you for watching another video made by Super Gadget Guy. And please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, post in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for watching.